Hi there. What's up? Yeah, last time was a coding stream, very short one. Today is also going to be a short coding stream, yeah, because just got home and do stuff very fast, like trying to get my stuff that I buy, just buy food and get it into the fridge really fast, and then set up a little bit of the stream. Now I have bot comments enabled, so that's new. We have bot comments now, yes, and we also have oh no, I have hotkeys now for my scenes, which is pretty much not big improvement for people who watch it, but it's just a little bit more easy, more handy for me. Just press a combination of buttons. Now, I don't have a stream deck where you can really buy just a panel where you have all your scenes on that panel and you push that button, and every time where you do that, you're feeling like, hey, I'm rich, I can just afford a panel which looks nice. I can press buttons for my Twitch channel, and there's no other real use for that panel actually. But yeah, I will do it with my normal keyboard. Not going to buy too much stuff this month because yeah, maybe later. So yeah, let's get going and start some coding here. And now I can just press some buttons. And I still have to learn to basically press the right ones. Maybe I should switch be right back and this second one, be right back and show my monitor. So this is how this is the button that shows my monitor. Yeah, but aside from that, it's just working. Let's grab my cat. Let's get going. Okay, last time we tried to get our custom functions for our editing script here to work with hotkeys assigned from the new input system, and we didn't get this to work at all. And for now, we have to give this approach and use the old input system, which I absolutely just don't like because it's bad coding practice. I'm just against it because, hey, you have this new system, you should use it everywhere, and then we use it everywhere, but except in this case. And come on, exceptions just make it messy, and looks really weird that in one case we use the old input system, and in every other case we use the new one for UI and the player and everything in the game. Would be nice if we could do this in the editor, but right now I don't see the way. First of all, this I have it right now from Unity editor, and I was a little bit wrong about this. It's not necessary to this does not have necessarily to be there, because we initialized this on load. Voodoo Gaming Studio, hey. Yo, what's up? Nice to see you. Long time no see. So I've up. I think last time I saw you, you did not see my cats so far. So now I got cats now. Oh, she doesn't get a good comfortable position.
I am more of a dog person XD.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to remove the cat right now. Sorry. He's more of a dog person.
Hide IT.
Okay, I'm going to hide
IT to Labrador.
So she's sitting now. I'm going to change her visibility.
Joke love animals.
Yeah. You can show yourself. He's not a bad person. But she's really getting nervous because I don't know. I think she's getting nervous because I'm talking too loud, and yeah, basically give her a
Overall,
second.
TBH dogs my best, but yet.
Yeah, but basically the thing against dogs for me is dogs, you have to spend a lot of time, way more time daily on a dog than for cats. Now my 2 cats also need a lot of time just so they don't get bored, basically. To be honest, they're just in my apartment and staring out of the window, and I just try to give them something that they can do. Like, I have a parkour above me. I can show with the camera. Yeah, and they can climb. They can climb it up. So they don't get bored too easily, but it has been 2 months since I installed the parkour, and they know that parkour now, and now I kind of have to just play with them daily. But yeah, the thing about that, I also want to have time for coding, and I know every minute counts every day. And having a dog, yeah, I have to go outside with them every day, and I'm not a walk enjoyer. I'm more of a runner. But yeah, basically, I don't have the luxury of somebody else who could take care of the dog if I'm not there or something. So that's out of the questions. Basically, just the time that that a living being needs is not there. And I also always say, hey, if you get an animal, it doesn't have to be a cat. It can be a dog or a guinea pig or something else. Spend plan a lot of time with them and improve their living conditions as best as you can, because these are living beings, and often people treat them like giving them not enough space is horrible for an animal. Now, absolutely hate seeing animals in these 1 square meter cages. That's scary. Okay. So I've been inheriting this class from editor, and I was wrong here. I made a huge mistake there, because when you inherit from editor, from the editor
bro,
class.
Have you ever had a dog and went for 5 seconds out of home and came back?
No, I never had a dog, basically.
Dog will tear you apart with joy.
Yeah, I know. But I'm actually not. Yeah, I always had a cat. I never wanted a dog. I don't know. I basically don't need that much
it's gonna be so
joy.
happy that's mine, but I don't have a dog 'cause of reasons you said.
Because if I could imagine having a dog and going out with him, playing with him, and teaching him some tricks. But that's a lot of time, just basically.
Got 2 kids now, impossible.
Yeah. So maybe the kids can take care of the dog a little bit, play with him. But if they are younger, they basically just want to play with the dog, and you basically have to teach the kids to not treat the dog poorly, and keep them from maybe grabbing him too hard, and not trying to be too rough to the dog. And yeah, it's also going to be a lot of time.
I agree, my man.
So maybe a dog would be a good dog with kids would be a good long-time investment.
LOL, that sounded so creepy. My man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I usually use speed chat because sometimes I code for hours and the
Like
chat
we
can be
married or
made.
something XD.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's creepy.
My ma a on.
My man.
XD.
No, I don't think it's creepy at all. I think it sounds pretty normal. So we still have to clear this whole class up later.
I am having a blast. Ha d.
Great. Oh man, I just see that I haven't.
You ain't gonna code with me, bro.
I'm going to code, and you're going to see it. Basically, the first thing that I see here is that the naming convention of my variables is not good. Going to correct that very soon. So basically, I can just use the suggestions of the editor to at least get the naming conventions right. Yeah. I'm not really sure if read only should be always written in uppercase. I'm not a big fan of that, but I get one less warning. In structs, it's okay. I think in structs it's okay to write with uppercase.
I am still newbie on Unity. Why would you need a path to prefab?
Well, basically this is a custom editor script. And this is not. This is very advanced stuff that you're seeing here. So basically, there's a prefab, and it's in my hierarchy, and I use that prefab to instantiate a template for a tile map. It's a tile map, and I use this template that I created to basically copy and paste the tile map in. I think you could maybe get rid of the assets path here. Yeah, you could improve the path finding a little bit. Going to leave it to do here. To do. Improve dynamic path finding. But in the end, you want to look up the same folder as the script or something, and then find a prefab. Yeah, you need that prefab. So the last part here.
The path is confusing me. It's the way to use path other than usage from editor.
So basically, this is a script that is not on any component. So let me show what this script does. This is a custom tool that I've coded, and so basically that's end level Unity stuff. If you're coding, it's not easy, but it can be done. So basically, what I do here is I have these custom functions. These here. These are functions that I programmed all by myself.
I've always seen instantiating prefab from a cached var that was just like dragged from hierarchy.
Yeah, but you can't do that if you don't have anything, if you don't have that script in the hierarchy. This script here, oh, you can even see it in the code. Initialize on load. This script is initializing when you start the editor. So when I start the editor, editor is starting. This script is also starting.
I got it now.
And that's why I don't have a prefab in the prefab field in the inspector. So I can't rely on that one. Yeah, so you need to have this. So sort of. I think the best way would to do put this in a resources file. Let's actually write this in the to do. Use.
Cool, got it. That's reasonable cause it's not really a game object.
Yeah. So use a resources folder, and I have to
editor thingy.
Resources. How is it written? Come on, give me.
Got it.
Give me the correct spelling. Oh, with one S.
I am smart, you know.
That's good.
XD.
So how do you do this more dynamically? You use a resources folder. Hey, let's do that right now. That's actually a very good improvement of the code. So this is a hard-coded path. How do we avoid this?
Yes, so, show me, teach me.
So basically it's going to look in this path, and if I move this template anywhere else, it's not going to find it and return an error. So there's a way around this, and this is the resources folder. So let's compile.
Solid that shit.
And let's see if we already have a resources folder. We do have 2 resources folder. And one is just in here in assets and has 1 billing mode. Google Play. Okay, I don't think that we need that. I'm going to delete that. Okay, now let's basically put the script in here, the prefab. So
you started with Android template.
No. This game is also not on Android right now. I haven't done anything with Android. Maybe I will need that later. But for the moment, I don't know what this is, and I pretty much don't care about it. So I put this in here, and see. Now we can't. Now if this compiles, let's recompile this just by basically adding an empty line. Now it's going to recompile and then load again, and then it will should trigger an error because it can't find the okay, this billing mode is going to be there. So okay, no error yet. Okay, and I can also remove that here. Yeah, okay. I've got bills. Okay, but we don't have an error yet. I was hoping that on initialization it would just throw an error that it can't find this prefab, but I'm pretty sure that since we copied this to a new folder, it can't find this prefab. So let's see. I think there's resources. Resources dot what do we have? Hey, resources dot. Come on, give me dot. Okay, what kind of options do we have? Not the ones that I'm looking for. Let's make a quick search. This will be fast. Folder Unity. The resources folder. Yeah. Resources. Just tell me the
wasn't the thing.
No. There's an easy way to get the resources folder location, or anything inside of the resources folder. You can basically, if you have a folder which is named resources, you can put it anywhere and you can find it with you can find that folder inside of Unity every time. And that makes it independent from its file location. You can just pretty much look up that file resources folder, and later if somebody uses my code and puts the resources folder anywhere inside of his project, I don't care. My code is still going to find that file. And that's why resources folders can be very nice, but currently this doesn't tell me anything here. I just want to find the line of code that I have to use for this. This is loading resources at one time. Let's see, get resources folder Unity. How to access? I think that looks very, very nice. Come on, just give me the code. Give me the code. It's probably it's resources load. Maybe you were right. Ah, come on, you were guessing. I thought there was an easier way. Let me just look into the other things that we found here.
K-Man had fun, kids are yelling, so gotta go.
Oh. Yeah, gotta feed those kids, have fun. That's bad. So this perfectly working with assets, but not with a prefab. So we could build this prefab into an asset and then load it. That's annoying. That's that's a step that we can go. And it's something that we need to do to use it. But we don't need that step. We don't have any usage in having this being a separate asset. Let's just see if we maybe can load it in a dynamic way. And resources is gone again. Okay. Resources.load. Prefab. Get the path of prefab in resources folder. I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to get anything. Okay, no answer. Don't see anything that helps there. It's funny that I always see the same avatars when I'm scrolling through the forums. I kind of get to know people just by working a lot with Unity. Maybe I one day will meet that guy and say, "Hey, you're that avatar from the forums. I know that guy." So that's bad. That's bad. How do we do this? Just a small improvement. I need this improvement anyway, so whatever. Let's say game object. And there's some kind of swing in there. Oh, does this have to be small? No. Load string. And now it says it can't load strings, I guess. Yeah, okay. So yay. So this doesn't get me anywhere, so basically this is not going to work. Let's do this differently and just instantiate it at the beginning. So let's see where this is used. And try to do this exactly in line 1. And now instead of doing this, and then we want to instantiate this. And return. Don't care for anything else, just do this. Now, instead of assigning this with a preferred path, I want to do this with resources load. So we know now that we need this as a game object, which is very good because resources seems to be very good at this. Resources load seems to be very good to just put in game object here. Then we need the path. But what is the path basically? What is the path? Let's look that up. I think, is it the path to the object? Where do we put the object name in? So we don't want. Is this going to work? This. Is this working? Maybe that's it already. Don't know yet. Hey now. Oh. Okay, there's still an error. And I think there should be something, yeah. Here, inputs, we don't need that region now. Or maybe, maybe we just, recode this. I think there should still be code in here. So like this, and then we want then to call this function basically and return. Okay, got it. And we're going to do this with God damn it, now I got cat here. hair everywhere. Okay, but that's not important. It's important, but we're going to do that later because yeah. One thing after the other. So the object you want to instantiate is null. That tells us. I'm pretty much bet that it was trying to load that object. Unfortunately, oh yeah, there's some code. 58. Fortunately, we do have the actual code line 58. So it tried it tried to load something, returned nothing, and couldn't instantiate it. So basically, we have to find out what to put inside of path. Yeah, and hopefully we can put in something else than a prefab, because that would be resources load prefab. Oh, come on, resources load Unity. And let's just hope we can put in something inside that is not an asset. So, oh, they do even have an example with oh, let's not disable dark mode. They even have an example with a prefab, so I'm pretty sure we can get this to work very easily. Maybe it's in the example. It's not. So what's written here? The path is relative to any folder named resources inside the asset folder of your project. More than one resources folder can be used. If you have multiple resources folder, you cannot duplicate the use of an asset name. Yeah. For example, a project may have resources folders called assets resources, multiple resources. In the string, for example, loading a game object at asset guns resources shotgun would only require shotgun as a path. So we can. So basically, it says, say, don't write prefab, and it should be fine. And let's just stop reading because that's all the information that we do need. And we should see some random object pop up here. Yeah, that is nice. Basically it. Solution. Okay, now that we have a crate somewhere that is not in the correct hierarchy position, put it in here. Let's rename this to objects. And delete this asset. So I would say this is a full success. We did something. We already did something successfully this time. And the path, let's put in this in here inside and shorten this. Now this is going to point to the correct template, and now we pretty much just have to look for prefab. Should only be a certain number of prefabs, and there it is. Swap that out. Done. It's the only time we use that path. Okay, we're done here. We're done here. So let's see if there's a second time we use that name. Okay, so there wasn't there wasn't a second instance where we used that name. Now let's correct some of these names. So it says these can be made read only. Yeah, why not? What's the problem? When it's read only, it should be uppercase. Okay, just come on. Now it should be uppercase. Oh, wait. I've commented this out. So I think now is it going to bug? It's not. I'm a little bit irritated why this has to be read only. Okay, let's look at read only, because I have no idea what I'm doing right now, which is usually the case. Hi, Rogue Devil 20, what's up? So you're coming just right, because I have no idea what I'm doing. So the thing is, read only in C#. Why do we have to write a variable with uppercase after that? Convention. And what is read only in C#? It's pretty much what I'm looking up now. So read only static fields are written with uppercase, but why?
I am doing fine. I was clarifying some changes I made for the game I am working on for a game company.
Oh, nice. They're working for the game company. So we got a real game developer there. So yeah, okay, I'm also a real game developer. But the company I work with is more in the business area. It's not a real game company, but they try to do their own VR metaverse application, but for business application. But then they also do it in Unity. But right now I'm working on my private game. Just to give you a small
Well, it's part-time because
introduction.
I am still a student, but I am doing my internships there soon.
Oh, that's nice. So I think at the beginning, what was really important for me is just getting bashed by the real coders a lot, who will pretty much bash you for every small naming mistake or coding error that you make. And unfortunately, I've met a lot of coders who have not been bashed enough, and they put out pretty much miserable, horrible code, and I have to deal with that and reject their merge request here and then, or tell them, hey, you absolutely cannot do it like this. Please write simple, good code, and don't try to write code that no one understands and no one is going to work with, because that's always a pain. And also this code here, I think I will have to clear it up even more. Now I'm trying to get the functions to work and getting all the regions here. I'm separating this into regions. You can see this is a script with 1,300 lines, soon 1,400. But since I have these regions, for example, it's quite okay to work with. Now, I do have to say that I grow a little bit detached to regions, because every time I search something inside of these functions, the whole region opens and the functions open, and then I have to manually find where's this region code line and close that again. So probably I will someday put these into different subclasses, because yeah, regions are not nice in my opinion. I bet better than nothing.
Yeah, I can relate to those, because I remember making changes to the game while on the last week of the year, then got to hear that the branch can't be merged because of merge errors, so I had to wait until I was able to work again, because they wouldn't allow people to work on the game in the holiday.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds painful. I'm not a big fan of denying merge requests, but I have to. And also trying to get behind people and say, hey, your script throws an error and please fix it. It's not it. I know that these people put a lot of effort into their scripts and a lot of thought goes into that. I have a deep respect for that, but in the end, we cannot allow errors to be in production, to be in any game, and we have to learn it the hard way. And hopefully you get better by this and just accept it. I know at the beginning it's also a very emotional thing, where you probably are going to have a little bit of rage inside of you because you're attached to that code. It was so genius, but if you get over that, then you can become a really good developer and have a really good future one of the time. And also can make a good time for anybody else. So left control. Let's try to write some kind of hotkey combination. The problem is we can only catch one key inside of here. That's damn. So how do we catch if the user is holding 3 keys? And he will, if you have, I want to have Control, Shift, and maybe F or D, something that probably is not being used by any other script. And I don't want to have just one letter for that, one key that is going to change the mode. So, because basically any other script could also use that key for as a hotkey, and then we have a conflict, and the user is just like, hey, guys, can you please make me assign this to a different key or something? So, what's the best practice here?
Here is the thing, don't trust me with Bitbucket and SourceTree, just let me use GitHub for me, at least I just like working with that better.
Ooh, Bitbucket is, I used that also. I only think at university, and I used SourceTree at my last job, and I'm not a big fan of SourceTree. When you have merge conflicts, I think Bitbucket is really SourceTree is not really good. Like, I don't know, it just seemed very unintuitive to me, and I just didn't grow attached to it. I'm more a fan of Gitkraken. But I'm not a fan of their billing practices. Like, hey, you're working on a private repository, go and pay us a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, fuck you guys. Unfortunately for Coda, if you want to use really good tools, you gotta pay, because they know you have a lot of money and they're going to get their share. And I often think, hey, it's not fair to all the students and all the lowly paid people out there. Like JetBrains Wider, for example, they cost money. Adobe, even if you're not an artist, you want Adobe Photoshop, got to pay for that a lot, and they don't even do that much for you. Just take our money. Yeah, and I often think it's unfair if there's people in, I don't know, Africa, they have to pay a fortune for that bullshit. I don't think it's fair. Okay, let's go on here and say switch mode. Or switch mouse shifting mode. Mouse shifting mode. Switch. Yay. Okay. So basically naming your variables, that's way more important than writing good code. So if you find good name for our variables, finding good names for our variables, it's going to be much easier to understand your code. So yeah, we catch one of these. This. So left control, or it's going to be...
I am also working on my own games so I could learn more about making gameplay features because I really like making them. I learned using a finite state machine with that.
What do you use the finite state machine for? Is it for unit AI? That's one of the usual cases where you use finite state machine in games. Now there's a lot of other usages for finite state machine, but
for the enemy AI and the player controls.
Yeah, okay. Great. I hope it's working just fine. I also work with finite state machines, and they're nice. It's really make it a little bit easier to work with. Now I experimented a little bit too much with state machines. But when you have those states and just say, hey, if I'm in this state, you can go into this and this other state by matching these conditions. It's really easy to code and basically to understand later what you're actually doing. When you're looking at hey, why is this enemy doing this behavior? Hey, he's in this state right now and switching to this and this state. And then you can maybe find your error and debug it much easier than if you just have one enemy who is basically just one big if and else clause. Yeah, that's why state machines are actually very great. So I use state machines for my boss fights, and my bosses have 3 different stages, and each state is basically just another state. And then they are dead. I'm not sure if that is another stage. I think it's just a boolean in most cases. There are a lot of practices in my game are not good at all, but I'm not going to make a new clean project. Decided that, and going to stick with my game for a little bit longer, because I want to go into the depth and not trying to start more projects and pretty much then abandon them again like most people do. Much into logical pattern. Oh. Okay, that's nice. I didn't know that we can do that. That's cool. Sometimes the IDE is really heavily loud. And I should know that. Okay, so we want to when we press these buttons, so later we have to catch if they are all 3 pressed. And I don't have any idea how yet. So basically we have to maybe assign a boolean to all 3 of those. Yeah, maybe a struct or something where everything is a boolean and then we set them to true and false. Could work. Okay, and then when we do that, come on, let's do this.
I was thinking of making a boss that is just a giant rocket and is shooting projectiles, but there are spawners where other rockets come from. They can give you damage, but they also can damage the boss itself. BTW, the player follows the mouse POS if you want to know.
So maybe it would be interesting if you then only kill the enemy with the rockets, but I don't know what your play abilities are. If the player does have fighting abilities, pretty much want to use them instead of a gimmicky boss fight condition, or you could make a mix out of those.
It doesn't have any fighting abilities, only dodging.
Yeah, okay, then you pretty much have to you have to use the rockets on the boss. and making kill himself. I'm not into suiciding, but when you make a boss kill himself, that's okay. That's okay. So let's maybe make a struct.
And the rockets using the steer mechanic.
Hotkeys. Mouse. Shifting mode. Hotkey.
Not the boss
State.
of course, because it stays still.
Yeah, it would be a little bit anticlimactic if you have a boss that is a giant rocket and the boss is just steering himself into objects and dies. I mean, it would be funny. Like, you build up this huge boss fight and the boss is just a rocket and the rocket just goes into any object and explodes. Okay, that's it.
Then the end LMAO.
So we have this boolean left shift and B. But now there's the thing, we can assign these booleans to false. They are false on default, but private static So now the problem is, how do we set these? So if any of these are true, if all of these three are true, then we want to use this method. But if only one of them is true, like I press D.
I gotta go to bed because I need to wake up around 05:45 to go to school, not because it's necessary but just to give me the time to take it easy.
Yeah, okay. So have a nice sleep. Very good that you go to bed early. Always a good thing just to get your hours of sleep. Especially as a coder, you really need that. So I need to get this right. Mouse shifting key. Date. What? Can't use any. Oh, I think its members are need to be public, so I can work with them. Okay. So why would I ever have them to be private then in any case? And now I have to write them in capital letters. Okay. Thank you, IDE. Yeah. So. How do we do that? We have to catch if the other two have been pressed before. But we can't get off if they are whole. So guess we have to Google that up. Unity event get hotkey combo. And he's working with event E. This script says we can detect pretty much the what if the event is the control key and another key. However, that's very, very weird because we press control. Wouldn't the key code be either control or Z? What? Sorry. So E control. So this is not the key code, and for some reason I think that this works. Oh, I'm not sure about that one. So we can pretty much catch control and another key. And we don't get key down, unfortunately. So that would be easy if we could do that, but we're working with events, and it's a little bit different in there. So I've written event in the Google search already, so Keyword events. Key down event. Key code. What happens if I press multiple buttons? That doesn't help too much. I guess we have to pretty much just try something out and look if it works. So E dot. Let's see what kind of options do we even have? Is there a list? No list. Is there? No, there's no list. So the event can only be one thing? What the? E? So there's even mouse wheel scrolling. What the fuck do I do if I press a button and scroll with my mouse wheel at the same time? Is the event just then one of both things? Randomly? Come on. So let's maybe write and inside of here and just see if it magically works, which it should be pretty much impossible. Can never match the provided pattern. It says, yeah, it can only be one of those, I think. So it's impossible to have all of these three being catched in this if clause. So that's pretty bad. And e.control. No, e dot. No, e. So and e dot control and e dot shift. Okay, so pretty much I think just because these things are hard coded in there, we can catch a combination of buttons, but this would be impossible if we would try to assign a combination like a D, E, F. That's pretty bad. But yeah, that's just what we get to work with, and I guess okay, and then we have to call this function and we do nothing. Let's just debug log if we if this is called then. Hey, yay, yeah. Let's debug log a nice message. And why do I even hit play? Why do I hit play? Damn it. So if I press these buttons right now, nothing's happening. I think I have to change this this mode right there. Hey. I just press D, nothing's happening. Control, Shift. If I press all three at once, it's going to display a message. That's nice. Okay. And then if I hit escape, stop. That's nice. Okay. Now we just have to basically change this function to do something else and just waiting. Hey, yeah. Okay. And what is that going to be? So what I want to do is here, I just want to pause for a moment to pause this mode. So maybe the easiest way to do this is to go and see where I don't need this variable right here. It's obsolete. Let's see, where is this mode defined? Let's see. Go to declaration. Oh, it's just at the bottom. And let's define a new mode, which is paused. Yeah, mouse shift paused. So this is not none. Okay, and when we press these buttons, we set the mouse shifting mode to paused. Yeah. So that's great. Now we pretty much didn't do a lot in here. I think that's enough. So in this case, it wouldn't grab the go into any of these. Let's see. We are not in. We don't want to return yet because then we could never catch the escape press. Or yeah, we pretty much want to return. We pretty much want to return. We can just put this in front of this switch here. And if we say paused, then we're just going to return. So what is the difference between none and paused? I think in none we have put them back into default. In paused, god damn it, we need to save the mode that we did have before. Yeah, okay, and that's basically the difference. So this has to be put in front of this. And if we press escape, pretty much don't do anything. If we press any of these keys, don't do anything. Just execute that order, and in the next frame we can change our frames. Okay, so we need to save the mode that has been in there before. So mouse shifting mode, and we need a second one, which is pretty much a store before pause. Oh, it's a very long name, but it's a very descriptive name, so I don't care. So if we press that, if mouse shifting mode is equal to paused, oh come on, give me the right one, and then we do the thing here, and if not, we want to say this is going to be the mouse shifting mode. So okay, let's go. Let's go again. If it's not paused yet, then we want to is not okay is not in paused. Then we want to save our current shifting mode and pause. Now we could write an else, or we can just say return, and then we don't need an else. Now the second thing is if we are already in paused, then we want to put the mouse shifting mode to the one that we had before the pause. There's another thing that we need to catch here. If it's in none and somebody just, oh, that's stupid, but just catch that exception. If we are in the mode none, and don't do anything. Yeah, because yeah. Now we have put this in front of our our state check here. Yeah. And before of that, we were just returning if we were none. But now we have to manually catch that, since we can't just put this anywhere else. We have to catch the keys before we do anything else, because we probably want to return here. It's a little bit messy. It's a little bit messy. So let me think for a moment. So we have two cases where we have two ways to program this. We either return before catching the inputs, or we return after the inputs if we are in mouse shifting mode none. So because basically this line of code is now inside of both of these methods, and that's bad. That's bad. I don't want this. Both those methods now need to check if we are in the mouse shifting mode none. And then they do their stuff. Yeah. However, if I press a key, so I think I can change this. Yeah, I can change this. I can. Yeah, no, I can't. If I'm in the paused mode, I want to return here, and will never get my key presses. If I'm in the none mode, it's okay to never get my key presses. But in the paused mode, I want to return into the other states again. So I need to catch the keys before. So that's unfortunate, because now I want to return after this case, but before this case. But it's easier to just put this inside of these two as an if clause. It's impossible to put the keys behind this function. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. Except if I put them inside of an if clause. And aside from that, I don't see any difference inside of here, so... Yeah, it's pretty much... I think there should be a way. I don't get it now. Yeah, I don't get a better way right now. So yeah, let's just keep this. And it's a little bit like picking between two bad choices, and then, you know, if you have to pick between one evil and another, I'd rather not choose at all. Yay, quote. But I don't know how to do this. I kind of think this is all a little bit messy. Also, I don't need to return here anymore. If I hit escape and go into none, this will put the mouse shifting mode into none, so I don't need to return here. If I switch, can immediately do something with that in the same frame. So now that even that at least makes some sense. So at least there's something that is nice here. Let's look into that function if it also tries to catch if we are in that mode already. No, we are not. Okay, so it works. Let's just look at this. Is this at least readable then? So that's another thing how to weight this. Can you read that? Oh, that's my own code. I can't read that. So if listen to click, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah. Then we don't know what this does because we have no explanation for this block here. So let's make a comment. Calculate the mouse world position. Yeah. Mouse position inside the B space. Inside 3D space. Okay, I think that's a nice description. Not really necessary because mouse world position is self-explanatory. But that first line of code looks a little bit hard to get. Now, keycode do something. That's easy to understand. With the switch, and in every case we are going to do something. Let's see. That's pretty much okay. And then we shift that dynamic reference point. I think the last block should have a comment. Shift the dynamic reference point and recalculate all objects according to that point position. Okay, so that's at least something. I don't think. I think it's kind of still a little bit of long, and this method is still 70 lines long. It's under 100, but I really like to keep my methods in the 40 to 50 code lines range. But whatever, let's try out that. It's still okay. So I press Control Shift D, nothing's happening. Press Escape, nothing's happening. Did I break my functions? Or did I break them? If mouse shifting mode is none, return. So maybe let's debug.log this. And also debug log that. Unfortunately, it didn't work yet, but I'm very, very positive that we can get this to work today. So we shift here. I press escape right now. Pressing some spamming escape. Nothing happening. Also, pressing the combination Control Shift D. It's not working, and that means we never go into these functions, which is weird. Why? Never go into that function. Why? Why? That's weird. It worked before, but now we don't even trigger that line of code anymore. It should be there, but it isn't. So we should get to this. I don't understand. What is going on here? Is it not even? I think it is. Is this going? It is going through all of that code, or else it would never get to that part of the code. So it goes through everything, but it doesn't trigger key codes anymore. What? Why? Now let me press escape. Nothing's happening. Oh, it gets key codes. Now that I stop. Okay, now it gets key codes for some reason. Maybe the editor wasn't focused. Okay, now I can. Okay, I have to be very careful with the Control Shift D. One problem here is that D is already assigned to something. So let's maybe just find a key that is not assigned to anything. Free Unity hotkeys. So what is this? SD. All of the nice to reach keys are actually used. So let's maybe use 3. Who uses 3? Nobody. Come on. Let's put this to 3. Pretty much. What is this? Okay, alpha 3. Because nobody is using that one for sure. And that way we can make sure that the hotkey is pretty much unique. With let's press 3, nothing's happening, okay? And think I'm not having focus. No, I do have focus. I still need to click in there. Yeah, but I should have clicked in there, okay? So that's nice. And I can stop debugging. And just play with this. We did it. It's not the perfect solution because we can't reassign the hotkey on the fly. That's bad. Let's at least then put this in a comment. Default hotkey for stopping mouse, shifting mode. Is escape, escape, and pause mouse, shifting mode. Mode is Control plus Shift plus 3. To do write this into with me. So I'm leaving a lot of to-dos to torture myself later. I'm going to end this stream soon because it's 11 and 11 is the time where I need to stop. Yay! But speaking about stopping, let's try to stop my functions with their hotkeys. So we can now say shift with locked offset with the dynamic reference point. Oh, I already clicked, and now you can see that dynamic reference is attached to my mouse. Now I've different forks about zooming in and out here. Now you see that the distance between the point and my mouse has not visibly changed, but it has changed in world space. Yeah, you see that that has changed in world space. So now if I zoom out, it's the world space distance. No, wait, I'm wrong. The world space distance stays the same. Okay, that's interesting. So if I would be drawing like here, I zoom out, I can still just keep drawing, and this won't mess up my my distance. And that has its pros and cons. If I could zoom in and out, I could still edit the distance between the point and my mouse. Now with this setting, I can't do that. It will always stay the same, and I can just drag and drop any objects into the area here, and will just magically work. So yeah, it's a little weird, but yeah, whatever. If I press Control Shift D, or Control Shift 3. Come on, stop. It's not stopping. Control Shift 3, not working. Skip is not working either. So how do I get? What is happening? So sometimes my keys are not catched. Now it is. That's weird. And now I don't know what to click. Ah, that was weird. So I think it catches maybe numpad. Which 3 is it catching? I think it's not working. Escape works, but the 3 is not working. So I guess we are catching the wrong event. So I don't know what alpha 3 is then for. The 3 key on top of an alphanumeric keyboard. Sounds like your normal 3 key. So let's look up Unity key codes. Unity key codes. Come on, just tell me the list. Okay, there's keypad. This is the keypad at this side. It should be on the top, but it doesn't work. And we don't have a joystick. Not good. Let's debug log this. Let's see if this really is problem with catching the hotkey, or if it is probably a problem with the coding that suddenly there's an if clause that is not being catched right there. Oh, that's bad. It's actually catching. But now it's not catching. It is. It is catching. Just not working. I see. So it's not working. Let's go to that function. Go to implementation. So if we are in none, we return. I don't think we were in none. If we are not in paused, then put it to paused. Oh, I know what's happening. So what's happening, I think, is when I press the key, it's triggering two times. One when I press up and down. Yeah. So if I keep this pressed, it should work. I don't know. Maybe this will trigger 1,000 times though. So just see what happens. Hey. You could see that there was something happening. I think it's just triggering 1,000 times now. Okay, escape is also not working. Let's try again. Nothing's working. Okay, you can see I switched the mode. Now when I press 3, you can see it's always lagging because it's triggering two times when I press 3. Wait. So first of all, we have to do this in the update function, and I've forgotten how to listen to that. because we cannot just use the normal update function because we are working in the editor mode. Unity editor, listen to update. Update event. So editor application dot update plus equals on scene. Is that possible? No, it's not possible. I think it's expecting us to have something like void update here. And then we can assign this to the up. No, we can't. We have to make it static. Now we can pretty much use the normal update function. Okay. And the next thing that we want to do here is to get these two things out of there and get them inside of the update function. Why? Pretty much because right now we are only doing this when we click the scene and when we are using the scene UI. That's a problem. Now I actually didn't fix the second problem, and e dot do we have a down key curve function key code dot okay no e button press pressure hold cancel. No, so how do we catch this? Unity event get key press. And we can maybe check if the event and e is equals to event dot something with key press. No. Key down event. Key down event. Oh, come on, how do we get that? Okay, how do we catch that? That's event reference. So event dot create keyword event dot. No, that's not key down. No, that's not what we want. the down event. Do we have anything? No. So this is basically a class event base. And this is an event. What is key code? Event. Do we have anything? Type? No. War type? No. That type was a pretty good guess, though. Unfortunately, I didn't get what I wanted. Unity check event is key down. Oh yeah, thank you. That's good. Event character. I don't understand this. No, that doesn't look like that doesn't look like. Now the key process can come in as separate events, one with valid event key code and another with event character. In case of keyboard layers and dead keys, multiple event key code events can generate a single event character event. So do they want us to just use character? Let's try this out. So let's basically make a test here. What did I say? I want to go to bed at 20 at 11 p.m. Yeah, forget that. Character is what do we get here? We get just a char. Okay. It's never going to work. It is never going to work. And then let's debug log that. Let's be more specific now. Pre-press. But let's just try that out, and after that, end the stream. Okay, now we get something. It's not set up. So probably we need to get button down. Okay, let's try that out with return. Input. Do we have input? Get button down. Now what do I have to put in there? String button name. So if only takes defined input buttons, which is not good. I just want to get this button. Come on, let me hard code. Hey Luna. Okay. So unfortunately time's up. Let me find the right button for the just chatting. Oh, there it is. So time's up and unfortunately no progress. Hey, what do you say? You're bored? Yeah, unfortunately no progress today. I don't know, we made progress today, but we didn't finish today. Come on, off you go. Come on, off you go. Off you go, is it? Yep. So, I guess that's it for today. But next time, this is a minor issue to get the key code. And we didn't have much time today, so absolutely worth it. Because we basically have the functionality that we need. And everything after that is going to be way easier. Just getting the key code is going to be not much time. And I hope that next time we will pretty much just assign the key code and be drawing again, and then it will be pretty much fun. So see you again next time and have a nice evening. Goodbye.